All right, so I guess we'll get started. We have the audience that we were looking for, and there are some people who are still joining. But we'll start with a basic introduction, who I am and what this webinar is about. So I am Sagar Sharma, CTO and co-founder at Credensis Solutions. And in over the 2 decades that I have worked in IT/software industry, I worked with companies like Toyota, Citibank, Oracle, and so on, primarily in Los Angeles. And in 2012, founded Credensis. And the focus of Credensis has always been on digital solutions right from the start. About 3 years back, through a very good relationship that I had with the CEO in US of Pimcore, we became a partner of Pimcore, and it was a very due diligent process for us to analyze the product and see what the capabilities of the product are, and especially mapping the product to the digital offerings that we have. And it has been a very good journey so far. And this webinar is the first webinar that we have in this series, wherein we are going to talk about that how can you leverage Pimcore to adapt your business to the new normal. And everybody knows what the new normal is these days. I am referring to the situation that we all have been this year, especially the first 6 months of the year. And the businesses that are the most impacted, obviously, you all know, it's not hidden from anyone that almost all businesses that we know have been impacted by COVID. But the businesses that have been the most impacted are retail, manufacturing, and distribution. So I thought of taking this webinar to focus on these three industries and to see how Pimcore can be leveraged to not only adapt the business to the new normal, but come out as a resilient business in future. As of now, we do not yet know how long this new normal is going to last and what do we have in store in the future. But there are certain things that are under our control, and I'm going to talk about or stress on those in this webinar. Quickly getting to what are the three key things that you as an attendee will take out of this webinar. The first is that you'll be able to identify the starting point and the cornerstone of all your digital initiatives that either you have planned or you have already undertaken currently in your organization. The second thing is I will reveal three key secrets of a successful digital strategy. Now, I'll also emphasize on why I'm talking about a digital strategy before we get on to the three secrets of digital strategy. And then we have, as an offering of attendees of all this webinar, a free one-to-one consultation with our consultants, our experts, who have been helping retail, distribution, and manufacturing businesses across the globe. And also see a demo with your data in action. So I've been talking about the new normal. Well, as I said, nobody knows how long this new normal is going to last and whether are we going to be in this new normal for a very long time. But as we see across the globe, businesses have started opening up. But there is another number that has to be looked at, which is in May, we were looking at about 70 to 80,000 cases a day globally. And now we are roughly around 140 to 150,000 cases a day. So the cases have doubled up in the last month from a global average perspective. But businesses have started to open up. In the last 6 months, especially 2020, manufacturing has been a sector which has been hit the most, because we know that it doesn't matter how many robots you have on the floor, how many automated processes you have on a manufacturing floor, we still need people to get together in a manufacturing plant. According to National Association of Manufacturing, close to 80% of manufacturers anticipate a financial impact on the company. When we talk about retail, almost 90% of retail businesses are either forced shut or they are forced to reduce their operations either due to government advisories or due to health scares that have been come up due to the pandemic. And the third industry, which is kind of a bridge between manufacturing and retail, the wholesale distribution industry. Well, we all know that SAP is a major player in wholesale distribution, and SAP estimates that about 70% of companies have already seen a huge impact in their supply chain infrastructure due to the COVID-19 situation. And this is not only transportation, this is warehousing, transportation, distribution, the last mile, everything put together. Well, these companies, these three key industries have reached out to various advisories, and one of the top two advisories in the world, Gartner and Forrester. And they have come up with a list of recommendations as to how technology can be leveraged. Now, right now, I'm not even talking about Pimcore. I'm just talking about what kind of technologies, what kind of initiatives that companies in retail, manufacturing, and distribution should focus on so that they not only adapt themselves to this new normal that we have, but also make their company more resilient and more agile. It was very difficult for me to compile all the recommendations from these advisories, but the top three recommendations that strike are digital strategies. So the first one is digital strategy, wherein these advisories have recommended to focus on adopting new channels of distribution, adopting new channels for sales, marketing, and distributing your products. They're also recommending that we streamline the data flow and digital assets within the organization. Now, the reason of doing that is not only for the sake of streamlining data flow and workflows and digital assets within our organization, but to achieve operational efficiency. Because the more operational efficiency we achieve as an organization, whether we are in retail, distribution, or manufacturing, again, the better and more agile will be to meet any such calamities in the future. And again, this one's not over yet. The third one amongst the digital strategy initiatives is improving the customer experience. The second key area where these advisories have recommended industries to focus on is to optimize their internal workflows and streamline data consistency. This means when you talk about data consistency, this means that whether a customer or an operations personnel or a marketing guy is looking at a piece of data, that data should be consistent and coming from the same source. And the third, but not the least, is optimize operations. Optimizing operations is again tied to number one and number two, which is basically reducing manual processes, which in turn comes from the fact that due to COVID, we have been restricted to operate manufacturing plants with reduced number of people. And this can only be done if we reduce manual processes and manual interventions. So the three key recommendations that the global advisories of technology have come up with are focus on a digital strategy, focus on having a remote workforce, and remote workforce obviously means optimized workflows and data consistency. And the third one is optimize your internal operations and reduce manual processes. Well, we all know that this is a lot, especially people who are in this webinar and have been working on IT. Sometimes they would say, hey, this is what we have been working on for the last 10 years, right? Trying to make our digital strategy better and better, trying to have a remote workplace so that we have less dependency on people in office, and optimizing our operations so that we reduce our bottom line. But especially in COVID, this becomes extremely important. Now, having understood this, that we are in a situation where we do not know, or we do not clearly know what the future awaits for us, And we know what are the recommendations that these top advisories are giving us as in industries in these three sectors. I would now like to reveal three key secrets. The first key secret, that the product is at the center of everything that you do. Now, I know there are people in marketing and sales who are part of this webinar who would always say that, hey, the customer is the center of everything that you do. But if you think about it, product is something that you make that your customer consumes, that your partners, which is your distributors, your suppliers, your resellers, they have access to. And this is the same product whose information is required by our internal teams, whether it is operational, sales, or marketing. So if you look at the top half of the circle, they are basically people who are external to your company, your customers, your distributors, resellers, partners, suppliers. And in the bottom circle, you would see your internal staff, your marketing, sales, operations, finance, who all need this product information. So the secret here is that product is the center of everything that you are doing and you will do. Not the customer, not the employees. Well, I'm not saying that customers and employees are not important, but product which you manufacture ultimately touches everything. The second secret, since we embarked on the journey with partnership with Pimcore, we realized the importance of a very key module, which was product information management. And I have had a lot of conversations with companies, small, medium, and large, wherein the understanding was that we have an ERP. Why do we need a product information management system? Well, the ERP stores your product information as well. So why do we need another system? Why do we need another animal in the jungle when it's already so confusing and so complex to manage the existing IT infrastructure? So why another product? Well, 80% of the companies that have an ERP also have a CRM. To add to that argument, the ERP also has customer data. So why invest in a CRM? Because we understand that a CRM can do a lot of things in terms of customer lifecycle management that the ERP cannot. The ERP only contains certain attributes of a customer that are required for invoicing, pricing, accounting, so on and so forth. And similarly, it contains a minimal set of attributes that are required for product manufacturing, inventory management, warehouse management, distribution, and so on and so forth. So ERP is the heart of the organization, and I'm not taking anything away from the ERP. But just like what an ERP is doing for customer data, but we still need a CRM system to augment capabilities in connecting to our customers, in sending promotions to our customers, in knowing our customers, in creating a 360-degree view of our customers, and managing the life cycle of a customer in a very, very similar way. A PIM, or a product information management system, is required, which becomes a single source of truth for product data, which allows you to enrich product data, which allows you to manage the data quality of the product attributes, and which also connects internally with your ERP, your commerce systems, your marketing systems, your sales systems, and your CRMs, and externally with your suppliers, distributors, and resellers. Hence, the second secret is the ERP is not the right place to store product information. Well, ERP needs product information for its own functioning, but it's not the right place or the single source of truth for product information. Well, the question then comes is, which system should take the lead? When we introduce a new product, should I introduce it in the ERP or should I introduce it in the PIM? Well, that question depends on how you are structured internally. And things would get more clear once you guys come to the consulting session, wherein we understand your current infrastructure and we make sure that the PIM is introduced at a strategic level so that it does not disrupt your entire functioning, which the ERP was doing within your company. So the PIM does not aim to disrupt anything that the ERP is doing. It's only augmenting and enriching the current product information management. And the third secret, well, product information management systems, if you Google, there are a lot of systems which are on the block. But Pimcore is the only zero cost enterprise grade solution. And yes, you guys heard it right, it's zero cost. So what that means is you could go to pimcore.com and download it and start using it. And there are companies which you see on the screen right now, like Audi, Alliance, Lego, American Express, IKEA, who have thousands of products and thousands of spare parts that have been uploaded into the product information management system of Pimcore. So the third secret is that you need not get into a solution. If you want an enterprise grade solution, you need not get into a solution which asks for an annual fee or an annual licensing fee for you to operate it, or a one-time fee to operate it for that matter. Pimcore is in fact a zero cost solution that you could download and install and run it. And just to add, in 2019, Pimcore was mentioned as a cool vendor by Gartner, which is the world's top technology advisory company. And the second one, Forrester, which mentions Pimcore as a DXP platform, which is enterprise grade. So this is not me, or this is not Credences trying to say that, hey, Pimcore is the best solution that you have on the block. It is Gartner and Forrester who are also advising that Pimcore is certainly something that you should look at. We'll now try and dive a bit deep into what Pimcore is and what Pimcore does. Well, Pimcore is categorized into the type of product which is called a digital experience platform, or a DXP, which is a category that has come up just 3 years back. And it has various components in it. And it's a large product. And I'll quickly list down the different modules within Pimcore. The first module is MDM PIM DAM, which is master data management, product information management, and digital asset data management. The second module is a CMS, or a web content management system, which is the digital experience management system. The third one is the customer data platform, which basically manages your customer lifecycle, your customer 360-degree view, and allows you to send promotions to certain customers, track prospects, track customers within the same platform. And the fourth one is the commerce engine, which is built inside Pimcore. So Pimcore itself is a combination of these four key modules: the MDM PIM DAM, which is one module. The second one is CMS. The third one, which is a content management system. The third one is a customer data platform. And the fourth one is commerce. So now you see the Pimcore, and this is why Pimcore is called as a digital experience platform, because it's one of a kind platform, and it is open source, guys. One of a kind platform that brings all four together. In this webinar, though, we are going to focus on product information management, that module of Pimcore, because it is very relevant to all the three industries whose audiences are there in this webinar. So what does a product information management system do? Well, a product information management system is capable of ingesting data from different kinds of assets that you have, digital assets that you have, which are images, videos about the product, your ERP system where your product information is stored, and your suppliers who basically provide for parts for you to build that particular product, and ingest them into the PIM system and outreach into print media, mobile, e-commerce, marketing, sales, and even to your POS system in retail stores. So this is what essentially a product information management system does. Let's go and see what are the typical challenges of a product management system. And you will see how compounding this challenge becomes when you have a large number of products and when you keep on introducing new products every year and expiring older products every year. So currently your product information might be stored in various systems. You might have an e-commerce system where there is product information. There's an ERP where there's product information. There are photos, there are videos about your products which are stored as files. Some of your product information might be in application databases, might be in spreadsheet, Excel files, so on and so forth. Now, if you see on the right, there's your customer, your distributor, your reseller and supplier looking for that product information. And on your left, you would see your internal people, your finance team, your marketing team, sales team, and operations team looking at the same or looking for the same product information. Now, this is what happens. This is the chaos that I was talking about. That since it's distributed into so many systems, accessing this information in real-time manner and maintaining consistency of this data becomes a big problem for enterprises. And to compound this problem, you have new product launches that are coming up every year, and there are product expiries that are happening every year. And a classic example is even a chain of restaurants, for that matter, who are introducing new items on their menu and who are expiring older items who are that are not so appealing to their audiences, or home furnishings, or even going down to apparels, fashion, or any other industry. You would see that there are product launches being made and product expiries being made every year. So this compounds to the whole problem, and this is the product information challenge. Well, we already listed down the challenges of what we have, that the life cycle management of the product is cumbersome. You have integration issues since product information is now stored in various systems. What is the impact of these challenges on your organization? There are error-prone manual processes that your internal people and even sometimes your customer has to go through to interact with the product. The time to market for product increases. There is reduced agility now to adapt to new channels and markets, which is, by the way, one of the top recommendations of the technical advisories during this COVID area. Quickly coming up to what are the 6 key features of a product information management system, and especially Pimcore's product information management system. You have data modeling, which is basically you model your data based on your business, and your business does not have to adapt to Pimcore's data model. It's the other way around, wherein you model Pimcore to suit your business environment. The workflow management, and the classic example of workflow management is when a new product is launched, there are various departments that come into play. The research and development department, the operations department, finance, marketing, they all need access to this product information. So the workflow of this product being launched right from scratch, right from ideation, right in front of the customers, that entire workflow can be mapped in Pimcore. Data integration. In the last 3 years that I have been associated with Pimcore, I have never seen any system that we could not integrate into. So that speaks volumes of the integration capabilities of Pimcore. Data quality, maintaining data quality just by the mere factor that we are being consistent and storing it in one place and having auditions and versions of product data. Managing your data, which through users and rights management also enhances the quality of your data. And last but not the least, the digital asset management. Every product these days has images and videos associated with the product. How do you tie it so that they are seamlessly delivered into the devices, into the respective devices where they are supposed to be delivered in a fashion which is automated? So that's called automated digital asset delivery. The 5 key benefits of product info management system of Pimcore are, first of all, it's an open source system. So whatever you develop on Pimcore, you have 100% control over the intellectual property. There are 0 licensing fees, which means you can get started right away, download it and get started. It supports a headless architecture, which means that it can integrate into any of your existing systems. I'm talking about your accounting systems, your ERP systems, your CRM systems, your CMS content management systems, any system that you might currently have. The 4th most important point is, which I cannot stress more, is that the data model adapts to your business and your business need not adapt to a fixed data model like what happens in most of the PIM solutions that you would buy. And to top it off, it comes with the commerce engine, the customer data platform, and the content management system out of the box, which reduces your time to market when you are launching products or exploring new channels. This is a case study, and I'll quickly go through it. Bosch is an $80 billion in revenue company, and it's a German multinational. And they had a big problem in which their B2B transactions were being managed offline, which means through calls, through faxes, through letters, through various other applications that they had developed over a period of time. And there was not one place to manage their B2B transactions. And this, the Bosch unit that I'm talking about is their heating, cooling, and ventilation systems, where they have close to 16,000 products. Just to give you an idea, Bosch used to spend about 180 man days for creating a print catalog that they used to use in conferences, in exhibitions that they used to go and distributed to their potential prospects. This was reduced to 15 man days by using Pimcore. There was a 21% increase in sales from the B2B side of it by adopting Pimcore. And the best part of it, Pimcore readily integrated into the 4 ERP systems that they used. And I can share more about Bosch once we get into the consulting. But this is a classic example of how a product, the right implementation of a product information management system not only helped in reducing operation costs, but also increased sales. The big question is, do you need a PIM system? I would recommend you guys to go on this link, quiz.predensys.com/pimcore, and fill out the quiz. And within 60 seconds, it's a quick 7-question quiz that you can take. And within 60 seconds, you would know whether do you really need a PIM system within your organization or not. To summarize, if you are operating with a large number of SKUs, if your products share common features, if you are moving towards omni-channel, or if you are already selling in multiple channels, if you want to enter new markets, if you want to maintain or improve your customers' experience, you should definitely take that quiz. I will give you guys a quick 30 to 60 seconds to go to that link and fill up this questionnaire. I'll also try and post this link in the chat window so you guys have access to it. You will see this link in your window. While you guys are filling it up, let me quickly move on to what our offer is as part of this webinar. What we are offering to all attendees of this webinar is a free consultation, a one-on-one consultation, so that we understand your existing landscape, we understand your business goals now and your 3-year vision, and create a strategy for you. And the second is a demo that you actually see your data in action and you realize the benefits of adopting a product information management system. At the end of the quiz, you will see links to book a consulting session. I would advise that go ahead and do that. It will be a Calendly link that will allow you to choose a time of your convenience. And me or one of our experts will be with you for the consulting. In the interest of time, I would like to open up the session for Q&A. If any one of the attendees has any questions that you have regarding Pimcore, regarding product information management system, or whether Pimcore is the right solution for you, how do you know? Have you heard about it? Any references in the industry that you are in? Any questions, any kind of questions that you guys have, more than happy to answer it. Okay, so I have a question. We are a chain of restaurants, and I'm wondering if Pimcore can help us in any way. Yes. So I've been talking about retail, manufacturing, and distribution all the time. But when I talk about retail, well, we all know that in 2020, one of the industries that has been impacted a lot are restaurants, and typically chain of restaurants, who have a high overhead in terms of marketing and administration staff and office staff as well to manage their multiple locations. Yes, PIMCore can definitely help, and we have case studies. If you look at restaurants, their menus are nothing but products, and they keep on introducing new products. Also, they keep on expiring products that are not appealing to their customers. So in a way, a restaurant is nothing but selling products directly to customers. But now there are various channels that have opened up, uh, delivery apps that need to integrate with your restaurants, customers who want to do a takeaway from your restaurants, customers who need to be aware of any events or any specials going on at your restaurants. So I would say yes, restaurants are a very good candidate for implementing a product information management system. Okay. Okay. The other question that I have is that how does PIMCore help CRM and supply chain for customer experience in terms of managing cost of goods? I think that's a very good question. So PIM, a product information, and this question is by Johnson. PIM is not a solution that will replace the CRM or the supply chain. Those entities have to be in place. What PIM ensures is that the information that your product carries is seamlessly delivered through your CRM directly by integrating into your CRM, through your supply chain by integrating into your distributor system or your reseller system. And hence, it helps you reduce costs by reducing the manual processes of integration or the delayed integrations that you have had between your product information and your customer or your distributors and suppliers in your supply chain. The third question that we have here is that we are a digital agency and we work with a lot of brands. I see the value, but how can we pitch this to brands that we already work with? Well, to give you an idea about Credence's, almost 40% of our revenue comes from digital agencies. And these digital agencies that we interact with, whether it is Digitas, LBI, or Sapient Razorfish, one of the top 2 agencies in the world, we are already working with them, or we have already worked with them for various clients of theirs in retail and manufacturing to implement PIMCore. And the way we work with them is that we form a co-consulting group between the agency and our experts, so that when we go and approach the brands, we are not only about trying to sell the PIMCore solution, we are more about trying to create value. And one thing that we understand and what I strongly believe in is that we should not be implementing technology just for the heck of it. Just because it's a cool word, just because Gartner says that DXP is the new platform that everybody should look at, or product information management is where everything should lie. We should only be implementing technology if we have a very strong return on investment on that technology. And I would say on 10 out of 10 cases where we have gone ahead and pitched product information management system to the right companies, they have either seen an improvement in their bottom line or a direct impact to the top line. Okay. The other question is, how many projects have you done using PIMCore, and what is the average cost of implementing PIMCore? All right, this seems to come from someone from the IT department, especially because the cost was part of the question. But jokes aside, we have implemented more than 30 projects in PIMCore, and most of these projects are for medium and large enterprises, especially having more than 150 products in their product catalog. And the average cost of implementing PIMCore, it's very difficult for me to pinpoint the average cost, because our PIMCore, our product information management or PIMCore implementation projects range anywhere from 8 weeks to 2 years. And when I'm talking about 2 years, there are certain retailers in US whom we have been working with since 2018. And we have we are incrementally delivering value to them. So the cost of those projects is obviously high. So it's very difficult for me to answer what is the cost of implementing a PIM code, but for a medium-sized business, well, it's free. You can, if you have the team, if you have the IT team, go ahead and download it and start implementing PIM core, start pushing your product information into PIM core. But if you need help, let us know, because we have the experts, we have the certified people who work on PIM core. Roughly, I would say anywhere between 20K to 100K is what you should expect for a full-blown product information management implementation in your organization. Again, I'm talking about a medium-sized organization, and numbers may largely vary. All right. So the question that I have is, if it is an open source, then can my team download it and implement it? Definitely yes. And I would strongly recommend that before you approach any partner like us, I would strongly, if you have the IT team, it's an open source platform, download it and try implementing it, play around with it. There is a lot of documentation. There is a lot of help available on pimcore.com. Another question that comes is, what kind of applications do you foresee for a tech-focused toy or games business in the wholesale business model, especially in these times where customer consumption of digital media is at an all-time high? That's a good question. All this while, we have been talking about restaurants, manufacturing plants, distribution, supply chain, very different kinds of businesses. What this question pertains to is that if I have digital focused toys or games for for my audience, how do I distribute them? Well, if the product is digital or the product is a physical product, in any case, it requires product information to be streamlined. Because imagine this, if your product information, regardless of whether your project is digital, whether a project is a toy, or whether it's a plate of steel, or whether it's a burger or a pizza, or whether you are selling chairs, or whether you are selling sofas or beauty products or anything, eventually, when you talk about multiple channels, you talk about advertising on the web, mobility for your customers, engaging them through in-store visits, engaging them through signages that you might have in your stores. And that's just the customer. Your distributors need to be aware of what are the product inventories that you carry, what are the new upcoming products that they need to start marketing to their customers and their retailers. So product information, and if you remember that slide where the secret one, which I mentioned, that product is the center of everything that you will ever do in your company. And to that point, the answer to that question is that yes, digital media consumption is typically high, and PIM allows you to adapt these new digital channels seamlessly. Because if you don't have your product information stored in one place, adapting these new digital channels becomes more and more complex and more cumbersome. I know we are 10 minutes over, guys. Any questions that you guys have, feel free to ask. I'll take one last question if we have. If not, you already have the link in your chat window, and we'll send that link across after this webinar along with the video of the webinar. So you could go to that link and you yourself will be able to figure out whether product information management is something that you should be looking at in 2020. Okay. One last question. In our company, the product data is worked upon by many departments. How will you manage the workflow? All right. A classic example, one of the large clients in India that we have been consulting with is one of the world's largest fast food chain. And they create new products especially for the Indian market. Although they are a global brand, but they create products for a global market. And different departments act on different pieces of data at various points. And PIMCore has been implemented to manage that workflow. Again, how do I book a consultation and how do you contact me? Well, fill up the questionnaire, or you can connect with me on LinkedIn or send me an email. But I would highly recommend you fill up the questionnaire and you book a meeting slot wherein me or someone from our team would definitely get into the consultation with you. All right, guys, that's all from my side. I hope quickly to summarize, we were able to, as a quick summary, we were able to understand the impact that COVID has on these three retail, manufacturing, and distribution industries. We were able to see what Gartner and Forrester have been recommending since March 2020. And we were able to look a little bit into PIMCore's capabilities and especially into the PIM module of PIMCore, which is the product information module of PIMCore. We went through a case study of Bosch. We tried to map out the challenges that businesses face while managing product information system. We also understood why ERP is not the right place to store your product data. So having said that, I would like to sign off now. Thank you for staying up 15 minutes more than you should have. And I sincerely apologize for not completing this webinar on time. But I was glad that I could answer a lot of questions. And let's stay connected. Reach out to us if you have any questions about PIMCore, what it is, what is PIM, what are the steps that you should take, and how can you implement a digital strategy in 4 weeks? When I say 4 weeks, the 4 weeks are very key because 4 weeks is the consultation duration that we recommend that you should have once you get into a discovery workshop with us. Is the 4 weeks is what it will take to streamline all your product information within your organization, or at least have a strategy to do that. But the consultation is 60 minutes, and I would highly recommend to take the benefit of this offer and also see in the demo, see your data in action. Thank you, signing off now, and thanks everybody for attending.